Sorry, happy birthday.
Thank you.
This doesn't seem like a nice question to coach.
You can ask me it.
Why?
I'll ask you. Because we don't have an adversarial relationship. Once a Patriot, always a Patriot.
Great point.
Are you ready to admit I was right all along about the New England Patriots?
Begrudgingly, maybe.
I'll take it.
Assuming you are ready to admit that you owe Brew and I an apology for doing the steam coming out of your ears bright red thing when we said, despite the fact that Drake Maye had been excellent all year, we thought he might hit some little hurdles come the postseason.
Ooh.
Because I'm about to give the Patriots a bunch of compliments.
I'll meet you in the middle. Drake has not played as well as Drake can.
Well, yeah, we can show you the numbers.
Well, we don't have to do that.
No, I mean, so
just fumbles lost, please.
I mean, listen, he had but this coach is where Wilds has been the most right. The fact that objectively their quarterback has dropped a couple levels and has made some unbelievable plays, and I thought the touchdown we showed was more an unbelievable catch than, unbelievable throw, but he's made regardless.
Yeah, it was good both. Really good both.
He has not played well. He's their MVP of their team and going to be 1 or 2 in MVP voting. He's turning the ball over, he's fumbling, and they're winning easily. Speaks to that maybe I had underrated the overall quality of the team and the job that Mike Vrabel was doing and was going to continue to do come this postseason. Because for your quarterback to not be playing great and you win 2 games easily in the playoffs, that's wildly impressive. And so that is where I think I was, undersold the Pats. Even though, by the way, I picked them in both games to win.
That's true.
To be fair.
Let's be clear. It is not an accurate or fair assessment to claim that Drake Maye is not performing at a high level. Yes, he has a fumbling issue. Yes, he is experiencing a high number of turnover-worthy plays, a category I am notoriously vigilant about tracking. I meticulously note these moments while watching games, and I absolutely incorporate advanced analytics into my evaluations. However, the primary concern right now boils down to one recurring theme. He is taking sacks, and the manner in which he's being hit is frequently dislodging the football. Take the play where the Texans punched it out. That was simply an excellent defensive play. I don't place the blame for that specific instance on Maye. It was a great effort by the defender. Despite these issues, he is still accomplishing incredible things on the field and operating at an impressively high level overall. The juxtaposition is the challenge. You absolutely need him to be better in protecting the football, yet you cannot dismiss the spectacular plays he consistently makes. If the Patriots face a more complete opponent, like the Seattle Seahawks, for example, and he turns the ball over at this rate, they will make you pay. I'm uncertain if the Denver Broncos can exact that price in the upcoming game, given the unknown quantity of their backup quarterback situation. And a team like the Los Angeles Rams would certainly capitalize. The reality is, the Los Angeles Chargers were never in a position to punish those mistakes, and the Houston Texans, despite their efforts, ultimately couldn't either. Therefore, I don't believe it's fair to frame the narrative as the Patriots are winning despite their quarterback play, or in spite of Drake Maye. That characterization feels off base. He has made a series of unbelievable throws and extraordinary plays with both his arm and his legs against both the Chargers and the Texans that were directly responsible for securing those victories. This presents a genuinely fascinating analytical dilemma, one I still grapple with personally. How do we evaluate a quarterback who has clear, significant flaws in a game, multiple fumbles, risky throws, yet also delivers enough incredible, game-altering plays to secure a win? It's not just that he does enough, he does phenomenal things. I often use a basketball analogy to illustrate this because the sport is more binary and provides an extreme, clear-cut example. Extreme examples are useful, much like the parables in religious texts. They paint a stark picture. Imagine a basketball player who shoots 0% in the first 3 quarters, missing every single shot, and his team is down by 20 as a result. Then, in the 4th quarter, he becomes flawless. He doesn't miss a single attempt, hitting logo 3-pointers at will, and his team wins by 2 points. Was that a great game or a terrible one? He took 50 shots in the first 3 quarters and airballed them all. Yet his perfect fourth quarter secured the victory. How do you grade that performance? We face a similar conundrum with quarterback evaluation, especially because they touch the ball on every offensive snap. You can witness a series of bad throws, fumbles, and near interceptions throughout a contest. But if that same quarterback makes the critical, correct plays at the most pivotal moments to pull out a win, how do we balance the ledger? Are they fortunate to have won? Is the victory more attributable to the team bailing them out? These are compelling, nuanced questions. This might also highlight a flaw in our overemphasis on the quarterback win statistic. We can absolutely pinpoint moments where Drake Maye fumbled, but it's crucial to note that only 2 of those 4 fumbles were actually lost. One could argue the Patriots' recovery of the others demonstrates excellent coaching, awareness, and hustle, rather than attributing it purely to Maye's individual luck. Though there is undoubtedly an element of luck involved when a ball that should be intercepted isn't, or a fumble squirts to a teammate. I haven't been able to lock down a definitive formula for this, and neither has a mind like Kurt Warner's. I recall a post he made, possibly regarding Patrick Mahomes in a game against the Commanders or Raiders, where Mahomes had 3 terrible first-half throws that should have been intercepted but weren't, followed by a flawless second half. Warner posed the same question. Is that a good game? He admitted he didn't have a clear answer, viewing it through the dual lens of a coach and a former player. A coach would rightly critique the first-half mistakes, calling them lucky breaks, but then praise the second-half perfection. So, what is the final verdict? In many ways, we are seeing a version of this with Drake Maye right now. I would likely be less forgiving of these recurring issues if we were 5 years into his career. The core problem seems to be the sacks, which are now directly leading to fumbles. He was being sacked frequently before, and I had repeatedly noted how remarkable it was that the Patriots weren't suffering catastrophic consequences from them. Now, they are, and they aren't suffering. This could have easily been a 4-turnover game. If the Texans were playing more efficiently offensively, or if C.J. Stroud hadn't also committed turnovers, the Patriots might have paid a steeper price. So, it's been a peculiar situation with Maye. Yet, I don't believe this currently detracts from the spectacular elements of his play. Make no mistake, the coaching staff is undoubtedly sitting down with him and emphasizing, we cannot have these turnovers. They are going to bite us at some point. One of these will turn into a scoop-and-score touchdown, and suddenly we're down 14-3 instead of leading 10-7. That swing is devastating, especially on the road or, ultimately, in a Super Bowl. We find ourselves in a unique playoff scenario where the immediate consequences might be mitigated, facing a backup quarterback in the Broncos, and then a potential Super Bowl on a neutral field. Perhaps the ultimate price for these mistakes gets deferred. Maybe it becomes a future problem to solve. It's an interesting dynamic. It's also somewhat amusing because I've been oscillating in my own analysis, stating that Drake Maye needs to be better, and someone countered with, he threw 3 touchdowns and had a passer rating over 100. He was awesome. And the counter to that is, yes, but he also had 4 fumbles and lost 2. One was a great defensive play. The others were concerning. It's a messy evaluation, honestly. It's far more nuanced than simply painting it as winning, despite the quarterback. A clearer perspective might be that the Patriots are simply a better team than the Chargers and the Texans. When you possess a tangible overall advantage, you can endure a certain number of mishaps and turnovers, especially when your opponent has glaring weaknesses of their own. This capacity to overcome self-inflicted errors would be severely tested against a more formidable opponent like the Seahawks or Rams. So, if the goal is to win a Super Bowl, to reach the doorstep of a championship, then yes, you will undoubtedly need more consistent, cleaner play from the quarterback position. That is non-negotiable for a sustained, deep run. However, I firmly believe that this necessary critique should not wholly overshadow or negate the recognition of how brilliant and impactful Drake Maye has been in other facets of his game. Both truths can, and do, coexist. But these are simply my perspectives. I am absolutely eager to hear yours. What are your thoughts on Drake Maye and the New England Patriots following this performance? Let me know your analysis in the comment section below. I read every single comment. So, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, let's get some discussions going. Let's have some spirited debates. But ultimately, let's enjoy the conversation. please consider subscribing. We are building an incredible community here, and I would absolutely love to see you become part of it. My aim is to create something we all feel a genuine connection to, something we're truly excited to be a part of. I believe we're making significant progress. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it substantially helps with visibility and the platform's algorithm. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next time.